Well, I'm not sure exactly when it's got delivered. I've only just noticed it outside in the rain. There's a couple of holes poked or possibly nibbled into it. I don't know when it was delivered. I'm expecting deliveries from two different companies, Post Office and Every. Right, well these have been bashed about quite a bit. I'm not sure who is meant to be delivering this or when. Right. Exciting stuff. Yeah, that's soaked. One of the few times I'm glad they do a lot of packaging, although I don't think a bath plug is gonna get damaged by water. Yeah, that's just a bath plug. Here's a case of, they're like £3 downtown. Whereas online, if you buy a few things together, I think it's, you know, it's not a lot. This, I'm hoping is my, yes. That is my sight glass. And it's intact, it's not damaged. That was the issue I had, was that one review said it was smashed when they received it. Sometimes people put up fake reviews. They will actually buy something just so they can put up a fake review. Because what I can see, all the reviews that go up on AliExpress are from actual customers. They're not just fake reviews. But if it's to get rid of your competition, someone could just buy something and then put up a fake review. But that's intact. It's got a hefty weight to it. I can actually weigh it. It's got scales. I don't know if there is actually an on button for the scales or if it's just, no, you put weight on it. Okay. It weighs 0.6 of a kilo. I can now weigh things. What a big toy that is. Yeah, 0.6 of a kilo, half a kilo, just over. So it's got a nice hefty weight to it. It feels nice and solid. The idea of getting this, I'm hoping it fits. I can't check if it fits properly because I got it hooked up for my ale. I don't have another clamp to it on there. I did buy it. And that is why we have a sight glass. So you can see when it starts to froth and you can turn the heat off. I did take some out of the tap. See, I think that's leaking from the tap. It's a bit too coincidental for it to be dripping right underneath the tap. That doesn't seem to have leaked again though, beside it. So yeah, sight glass, that's the reason I've got a sight glass. I did take some out to try before the ale, just to see if it had actually fermented. It had, but it needs more than just 1 week. So yeah, sight glass, it works. Clamp, separate. Is actually the clamp? Feels like it. Yep, that is the clamp that I bought. That's got rubber seal. So that should hopefully just fit onto that. I do like that this stuff feels very solid. Yep, fits, no trouble at all. Perfect fit. I had issues because the way they measure things, they measure it at a diagonal on the internal radius, which is a pain in the ass, but this had the measurements clearly marked when I bought this one. So I was getting a good size, 50.5 centimeter internal diameter. I think it's down as a 1.5 inch piece. So it's a 50.5 centimeter internal measurement, and I think the outside measurement was nearly 2 inches. But it's that. But so that is that, and there's the rubber seal. So that I can just attach. My ale has been going now for 7 days, which means the main fermentation has finished. I want to give it another week fermenting, but what I might do is take off the top piece tomorrow carefully, hope it doesn't start spurting everywhere, it shouldn't do, and then attach this. I'll give it a quick rinse. I'm not going to go bleaching it or vinegaring it. I'll just give it a quick rinse out. And the idea is to have this on there. I mean, if I'm doing ale, I can see what's going on. I like to see how things work. Yeah, don't bugger the rubber. There we go. Oh, she get pregnant. Ho, ho. Anyway, so the idea is I can pack that full of my copper mesh. So the more resistance your vapor has, the more contaminants it takes out, and when it hits something, it devaporizes and then has to go through it again, and that gives you reflux. So that's three things. Yes. Oh yes, big box. Big box. Yeah, all this stuff's already been opened. I don't know if it's a delivery driver's doing that. What the hell is this? Oh, that's my thingamajigger, what you call it? Yes. Right. Excellent. This, I do a lot of experiments. I do not, or rather, is that not rechargeable? It's meant to be rechargeable. If that's plug and play, it's going to be a pain, but let's have a look. Right, I don't think it's rechargeable because it's not coming on. Unless it recharges, it has to be recharged first. Basically what this is you take this somehow. Is there a piece? Yeah, there we go. I thought I was a bit missing. This is the clamp. This whole thing wasn't that expensive. I'll do my usual thing, put the price on screen, because I actually bought a vise, which I do use. It's down there, I think. It's down there. What's it here? I do actually use it. And the vise itself was like 5 or 10 quid, so it wasn't cheap. This thing comes with a vise. So what you do is you attach that to your work surface. You then attach this to it somehow. Don't know how. I shall work it out at some point. Because that is all spring loaded. Don't break it just yet. So there's a whole thing there. Assuming that goes into something like that. Right, there we go. So what happens is the vise will clamp onto your worktop table. That goes in here. They can use this to move it at different angles so you can actually magnify. I've got glasses for magnification, but I want something I can actually look through without having my eyes getting bent. But that is supposed to have a rechargeable light. I don't think it's rechargeable because it's got, well, it's just a cable. It's not a rechargeable unplug cable. I don't know. Let's have a look. Plug it in. Whoa, okay, that's bright. Well, yep, that works. You can't see it from over there, but oh, it's different colours. And different brightnesses. Holy crap. Okay, I need to actually get my glasses so I can read the buttons. But I'm not sure if it's rechargeable or if it's just plug and play. It's not a big deal if it is plug and play. I can always do extension leads. So you've got your thing here. So you've got off and on. Next button is different colours, I think. But just turning it down and up. Right. It changed colours just now. Maybe it's a different button that changes colour. That's up. Up, down. Oh, colours, okay. My phone is auto correcting, so you can't really see it. But you've got like a bright whitish blue light. That's more of a traditional yellowish light. That's more like an orange light. That's a bright blue one. Yes, you've got 3 different lights, colours. It's not showing on my camera because my camera is auto correcting. And you've got brighter. So this, you've got the middle button is different colours. Top one is brighter, is dimmer, bottom one is brighter, and then off and on. The fact that light is on might mean that it's charging. I don't know. It may have been a different one I was looking at that is rechargeable. Would it come on? Now I've unplugged it. No. I don't know if it's rechargeable or not. I shall have a look. Yeah, that is my toys for today. The magnifying glass, I'm happy with that. I don't care if it is plug and play and not rechargeable. Plug, it's just a plug. It's just my plug went missing for some reason. So I've been swapping between the plug in the bath and the plug in the sink for the kitchen, which is a pain in the ass, basically. Oh, a little hint for you. The 2 litre milk bottle, your standard plastic milk bottle, the lid is the same diameter as the base of the plug. So it will fit into your bath, whatever diameter that bloody thing is. So your standard bath, kitchen sink plug, you can use a 2 litre milk bottle top. So that's my, yeah. Not tonight, because I've been fucking about with my leftover spirits, which has been continuing to ferment in the bottom of the brewing bucket. So I've been siphoning that off to add to my next lot, which is going to be to give it more flavour. And I'm a little bit dizzy from the fumes. Okay, I do actually use the things I buy. So to actually test out the magnifying glass, what I'm going to do, I'm just use a bit of cardboard. Use a bit of cardboard between the metal and your tabletop or whatever you're using. It means you get a grip without having to put dents in your antique furniture. It was cheap, but it is actually an antique. That's the thing about living in a country like England. It goes that way up, I assume. That pretty much everything you buy is an antique, because it's an old country. Old country. Like that. Pretty clear. Right. That way. I'm not doing it massively tight, because I'll just crush the wood. Undo that screw. I'm actually going to do something I've not done before, even though I bought something to do something that I haven't used it for. That is my rechargeable wind-up solar panelled power pack radio torch. I've used it as a radio. I've used it as a rechargeable thing, and slots in there. Ta-da. And I've used it. The solar panel seems to work. A little light comes on when it's charging, and I use it as a radio. You know? And it has been dropped a few times and it still works as a radio.
As well, so
yeah, so been dropped, still works. The one thing I've not used this thing for so far is to actually charge something. And as this thing works, it's not a rechargeable, which I thought it was going to be, but it's not. That's probably just me not reading it properly, because all the other things I read were rechargeable. Right, so you've got little things you unscrew to change your orientation. So you can basically move it in any direction you want. I just drop something fall off. Anyway, so you've got little things you can undo. So you can actually move it into different angles and then set it like that. And so turn that one there, so I can look downwards. Right, so that's how that works. Oh, it fell off. Was it a bit of cardboard? Ah, a bit of cardboard, I think. Right, not an issue. So the thing I want to test is whether or not I can use this radio as a power pack. I've never tried it as a power pack before. In theory, I just plug it in, USB, and switch on. Yoo-hoo! So yeah, first time using it as a power pack and it's working. So that's brilliant. This thing, let's have a look. I mean, there are instructions somewhere. I think you can just move it and it stays if you've got the right tightness. So you've got that, you can extend it up there. That one extends as well. So you can extend it all the way across here. So yeah, and the base unit part here, so you can see that on camera, also rotates. So you can rotate that. Ah, that's what fell off, the screw that holds it in place. Which is kind of important. Where did that drop? I'll find it when I step on it. Here we go. Yeah, the screw, which holds this piece in place. A lot of these things are just basic screws. You can just replace it with another one. There, right. So that holds it in place. You can change the orientation and rotate it and any angle you want. The magnification is supposed to be 10, I believe, but that is exactly what I wanted, because I've got crappy eyesight. The illumination is great. I can see in detail the recessed screws down in there. Yeah, that is perfect. It's not often I say that about something, but yeah, that is a very good thing to have. Rechargeable would be better. The nice thing about changing the light color is that some things don't show up in blue light or white light or yellow light. So having different light modes makes a big difference, and being able to change the intensity as well. So yeah, that is a 100% success, and I'm happy with that. I'm also very happy with the fact that this power pack also works, because I wasn't sure if it would or not. It's the one aspect of it I haven't tried, and yeah, so I'm happy chappy. And that tomorrow, which I can now examine in detail. I'm tempted to put this on tonight, but honestly, this time of night, and I've had half a pint of my homemade ale, plus a lot of alcohol fumes in the air. I don't want to go messing about with something that could go pop. So tomorrow's Saturday. It's hammering with rain, wind and storms again. But I am tempted to head up and go camping tomorrow. It's Saturday, and Saturday's generally my camping day. But yeah, tomorrow morning I might try and put that on. I'm not going to put any copper in there or anything else until I'm using it as a still, because that's what I'm going to need this pack full of all my lovely coppery stuff. Me ginger mingy pubes type of thing.